Hello everyone, welcome back to Mini Tea Point. Today I'm going to discuss about Java. So what is Java? You might heard about Java. So Java is like a programming language, high level programming language. It's a class based object oriented programming. So it has unique features like platform independent, unlike C and C++. When you take C and C++, they are platform dependent, which means like you cannot take the C or C++ code and you cannot execute in different machine. But whereas in Java, like you can, once if it is compiled, you will have a bytecode. You can take that bytecode and you can like run in any platform using JVM install. So that's a unique feature. And also like we had the memory management. So we don't need to take care of memory management. The garbage collector will be taking care of those. So we can discuss all those topics later in the video or like upcoming videos. So what I'm going to discuss in this Java video series. So first concept like Java feature is object-oriented programming, and we'll see that. And also we will go through exception handling and IO, multi-threading and collection frameworks and networking and Java 8 features. So these are the topics we are going to cover in this series. So firstly, I'm going with the object-oriented programming, and today we'll discuss about the class. So what is a class? So class is a blueprint which contains a set of objects which share the common characteristics, behavior, or common properties or attributes. It's a user defined prototype from which object can be created. So it's not an object. So object and class are like a you might get confused. So it's just a prototype from which an object can be created. So it's not a real world entity, it's just a template or blueprint or a prototype. So class doesn't occupy any memory. Class is just a group of variable of different data types. So we are going to talk about data types later in the next video. And and also it contains group of methods. So class is nothing but it has a data member and method, and also it can contain constructor and nested class and an interface. So now let's take a look at the syntax for the class. You basically need to have the access specifier, so which can be four types. There are like default, private, protected, and those will be discussed in our like upcoming videos. And then there is a class which is a keyword and the class name. So the class names should always start with the capital letter. So we can discuss all the rules of the class later. And then it has the curly braces. Inside the curly braces you can define the data members, and then it contains methods and the constructor and nested class and also an interface. So this is the syntax that we need to use for creating a class. Now let's take a example of like real class. So I'm taking an example for the car class. So I'm using the public class. Class is a keyword and the name of the class is car. So the public is a access specifier. So we'll be discussing in the next videos. So and then we need to have the curly brace, and inside that we need to have the data type. So we will be discussing the data types in the upcoming videos. For now I'm just writing a simple code. So I'll take a string. String is a class which is used to store a group of characters. So I'll name a variable name as model. So and next one, what we can have the other properties for the color, and also we can have the brand. So these are the properties. We can also add the make, and all those things, but I'm only considering these three properties. Now I'm going to discuss about method. So method is nothing but similar to the syntax. We'll have a access modifier. So the access modifier, I'm using it as public, and the method name. So what car, like methods are nothing but it talks about the behavior. So what car can do, like car can drive. Before driving that, we need to we need to have the return string. For now we are not returning anything, so we'll use a method drive, and then it contains a parameters. So right now we are not going through the parameters. So inside that we need to write the logic. So I'm not writing the logic. And let's take another example. Public void stop. Or can also stop, right? Yes. So yes, this is the other method. And also I said we can have the nested classes inside the class. So let's see how we can write a nested class. Simply we need to write car test, and then we need to use parentheses. And then you can have the uh, data type members, and we can have the methods, and also we can have the constructor, and we can also have the nested class. Inside the class we can have the other nested class or the interface. So this is the structure for the class. So I'm going to discuss all these topics, how we can define a variable, and how the variable should be, and how much length should be the variable, and all those constraints I will be discussing in the later videos. So for now I'm just trying to talk about the audio. That's it for this video. Thank you all. See you in the next video.